I didn't really understand immigration reform. You know, I was one of those people in the Black community that felt as though the issue of immigration was taking away from Black liberation and Black issues, and therefore taking attention away from our movement. And so for me, this action tomorrow is so important because it's not just the fact that I'm here as an ally supporting, you know, our immigrant brothers and sisters, but it's also for me as someone who has personally grown, you know, into this issue and into the realization that we are all connected, and that this issue of criminalization in one community affects the issue of criminalization in another community, because the same private prison corporations who are arresting young Black and brown men are the same private corporations that are detaining immigrants from all over the country who are just trying to engage in the American experience, who are just trying for that goal of, you know, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Bueno, queremos que sea una solución, que sea una solución definitiva para que nuestra gente pare de estar huyendo, pare de tener miedo de salir a los trabajos, de llevar a sus hijos a la escuela. Eso es lo que queremos, o queremos una solución real. Y la segunda para nosotros, que es la principal, es que la gente salga y que demuestre que no tenemos miedo, que tenemos que seguir trabajando, que si queremos una reforma migratoria tenemos que trabajar nosotros mismos en ello.
Clearly, a path to deportation or a path to citizenship is in Boehner's hands. And we all agree that a piecemeal approach, such as a safeguard, turns the back and separates family is no solution. It criminalizes our communities and undermines our safety. We will not accept a piecemeal approach. We will accept a path to citizenship for all our families.
Yeah. dignity. You will not take our dignity.
So now they've moved all the energy out here to where those who are arrested are being held. It is probably about 60 people here. They're still singing, still chanting, and basically they're prepared to sit here until the 14 people start filing out of the jail, just to show support and to show that we're really committed to this.
So I'm Felipe Sosa Rodriguez. I am the co-director of GetEco. We're right now at the Orange County Correction Center. This is where the Orlando 15 were taken to. This was actually the very first civil disobedience action that happened in Florida for immigration reform. So it's definitely a historic moment for the immigrant rights movement in Florida. In several moments throughout the action, my husband was one of the people who basically planned it. He was arrested himself, so he was definitely emotional. But like, there is the song that they kept singing, we will be welcome to the table. It's something that really speaks to me as an immigrant, because I feel like all my life we've been waiting to be welcomed, right, into the American table, and we keep getting rejected. So to say yes, one day we will be welcomed, really spoke a lot to me.
I remember thinking, like, this is real, like, this is holistic, and like, I was wearing my bandana in my head, and Isabel had his on his arm, and I just thought, like, so many people kind of don't talk about the intersections and all these movements. We all kind of like go through life focused on like our one issue or our one thing, and I thought, like, here we are standing up for like all these different things because they're so important and they're all the same thing. I look at the type of work that we do with undocumented communities and queer communities and communities of color, and I think that all of these things kind of come back to like unity. It's about unity, and it's about diversity, and it's about not fitting anyone's mold but your own, and also understanding that that mold is wildly different for everyone. So like, maybe you don't want the 2.5 kids and to get married, and that's fine. And maybe you want to have 2 boyfriends and, and not care, and maybe your boyfriends have boyfriends, and like maybe you're in a poly relationship, or maybe you just want to be single, maybe you're asexual, maybe you're just sexy enough for you, and that's, you know what, and that is totally okay too. It's about living your life authentically and about other people respecting it.
We live in a time where any of our movements, we can only tap into our best power when we are together, when we are recognizing each other's full humanity and honoring all of the pieces that make up each of us, and every single one of us our lives don't exist within silos, like we live many different experiences, we struggle with many different identities every single moment of our lives. And I feel like we're learning about that together. It's not that we have it figured out, but that as we learn together and fight together, we learn how to liberate ourselves together. 50 years from now, if I remember anything about this action, I'm gonna remember like holding Gabriel and Ciara's hands, and like how this was about all of us. And one of the things I've been reflecting on a lot is that I feel like a general theme in Florida this past year has been validating that our lives matter, because our lives are continuously marginalized, and we are continuously being made invisible in our different communities. And so through this action, it's like, I think we are trying to catalyze within our generation this understanding that sometimes we have to put our bodies on the line in order to assert the fact that our lives matter. And it shouldn't be that way, and it's infuriating, and it's like, yeah, it's wrong that the fact that we're forced to do that, but we will do that in order to stand up for our people and in order to fight for a better world, because we know that it is possible. And so, you know, this whole thing of like, can we dream together? Like, you know, I respect the Dream Defenders so deeply because from the beginning they've made it very clear that the Dream Defenders isn't an organizational brand. It's really a vision of a better world, and all of us participate in that vision and own that vision and carry it out every time that we fight together. And so,
You want your